Hello everyone. So we're back with part two of vision building, and this is actually about writing a vision. So it's really some tangible steps that I identify when writing a vision that have always been there. And then we're also going to go over two very nice visions that I personally enjoy. One is mine, of course, as you naturally expect, and the next one is from the Tromsø International Session. So how do we write a vision practically? I think the first thing is to actually break down your pillars. So the key reasons that you chose behind having this reason. Some questions that I ask myself when breaking down my pillars is, and that I would also like to share, of course, is why did I choose this pillar? Why is this here for this particular moment in time for this particular session? And of course, you need to link it with how is this helpful for the event. And then from there, we start going a bit deeper into the implementation side. If your pillar is self-love and affection, for example, which elements of this are we really implementing here? And who is this pillar targeting? And how are they doing that? Is this the same for every single person at the session? Is it the same for chairpersons? Is this the exact same thing for all delegates, or do we have different areas? So then that needs for you to answer the question, what can someone expect to get out of your vision? So for you, the vision might make sense, but it also needs to make sense for others. So bringing them in and allowing them to join your expectations is super, super important and something you should consider when writing it. Then, if it's applicable to your own vision, of course, please do specify your vision for each team. You have a media team, an organizing team, a jury team. Do you see these people in a different way? If yes, how? How is that way that you see them? Do you see that as them cooperating in different ways? And then the last two things is just very, very structural writing stuff, which is number one, please do use accessible language, aim for comprehension, understanding, not academic writing. Honestly, people do not enjoy videos that don't actually make sense. And first person writing always works sense, in my opinion. And I always use first person writing. It's not about the vision, it's what I think. And then, of course, try to keep things concise. It's a very infamous quote that I didn't have time to write a short letter, so I wrote a long one instead. It's very easy to keep writing things on the page, so it takes some extra effort to summarize things and make them more concise. So I'll show you two examples now of two visions that I really enjoyed reading through and one I wrote. So the first one we'll go over is the international session that just finished, which is the Tromsø international session, the 98th international session. The reason I really enjoyed this vision about vice presidents and editorial assistants is number one, a very brief summary of what is coming. It's an Arctic expedition, and it explains exactly what this is, but it also takes into consideration the theme of the session. Number two, it goes into the key areas and the key priorities. So that's the pillars, but reform, of course. And then it also shows the key areas that they're being focusing on. So sustainability, cooperation, and culture, amazing, very, very, very straightforward. And how do we see these areas? So, for example, the academic here in Tromsø is all about collective importance. Great, very, very clear for anyone applying, and then you keep going further and further into each sub area of this academia, which is very straightforward, super nicely developed. For me, that's a very clear vision for anyone that wants to apply for that session. And how I approach my visions, for example, is very similar and a bit more direct because that's my style of writing. Pillars laid out, so three pillars for this event: capacity building, spreadsheets of active citizenship, and unique learning experience, explanation of each pillar, and then vision for the different positions that are available. And with that, I believe that it becomes super accessible and it's also very easy for anyone reading this. So, in case you're soon writing a vision, please do keep these things in mind. Or if you want to be writing a vision soon, this will be a good sample for you.